like that. And he goes, well, like the pier's open, and I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. And, that's when, I can't remember if he said that you guys had moved north of us, but I have a picture of your territory. So
You have a
maybe
picture
that's
of our
fucked up.
territory.
I did, yeah.
Sent
And
from him.
like,
He sent that to you.
I don't want to say anything in case he deleted it because I can't be sure. So he deleted it, so I can't like say that for sure. But like me saying that, and like I know that my character is not supposed to know that, but it was just to like continue the story of like why I would do something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, like, I don't have any motive. You know what I mean? And then the scene just kind of falls into, well, I was helping a friend OOC with a drug brick. You know what I mean? That I've had for 9 months. So, like, to go with the story, I kind of went with like the whole like, you moved into my territory, so I went after you, which is obviously a common motif with this character. Like JJ always comes to the table and he's like, "Yeah, I want to talk and be peaceful," but then when shit hits the fan, he knee jerk reacts.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not like saying anything to like justify. Like, I honestly thought I said 625. Like, I didn't know that that was your house at 2 blocks above 651. I just know that on the map that I saw with your new territory, the blue line was 2 streets above 625, like where your border used to be. You know what I mean? And you can check that out.
Yeah.
But so like I get that I probably shouldn't have brought that in, and like I'm not trying to like make it a big meta party because that is my bad. Like I have me and Jay's deal clipped for the most part, but I kind of cut it off when he started breaking because I didn't want it anymore. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it's just kind of like one of those things is like I don't have like really anything to like say, like I fucked up maybe by saying too much, but I was trying to like keep the scene going.
Yeah.
You know
No.
what I mean?
And I'm fine with that. I'm just stuck on the fact that now there's a whole problem with the entire table now.
I just
Because
don't
someone
understand.
sent a screenshot of our territory to him.
Well, I just don't understand why Jay would buy a Coke brick from me and then go into this storyline where he just comes to you guys the very next day and he's like, "Oh, JJ's doing this, and that." You know what I mean? Like it's like real like
It's shit.
I don't know. I feel like I'm being used by like a lot of people. Like everybody that like not like everybody, but like a lot of people I thought were like friends or supporters. Like it seems that like anytime there's a situation that they can use to their benefit, like they're always throwing like my schemes or my plans under the bus. You know what I mean? Like that was meant to be like a one-off thing to get Jay to trust us enough so that way I could liquidate him out of guns. You know what I mean? And now
Yeah.
it's turned into like this big
Him
storyline
completely
of
ratting you
like,
guys out.
yeah, and like now it's like my one ally, the loonies, like in the city now, like we're probably not going to be we're not like, and it's just like shitty, but it is what it is.
I have to use that information that you just told me right now to figure out
No, I know.
who the fuck did that.
Well,
Because
listen,
that
I'm
table.
not trying to get anybody in trouble, and like I think he was just kind of, showing me as like like you might not have 625 or what you thought because in my SOP like literally where your new territory is like that's where my big red circle is.
Yeah, but he
And so
shouldn't
like
have that information.
right, and he uses it to unfortunately, snake around a little bit and like I said, I didn't realize that this whole fucking coke brick was going to turn into a whole thing. I gave it to him, for 400k, like okay, you can make 600k, you can start getting your group off the ground, you can start fresh. Because I feel bad for the guy. Like, this is literally the third gang that he's been yeeted from. You know what
Yeah,
I
but
mean?
you can see exactly fucking why with what he just pulled.
That
He
was
sets
some.
himself up for it.
I just don't understand what he thinks he's gonna get out of it. And like the thing is like I get that it's all business, you know, in an in-city type thing, but like at a city, it just feels so like, you know, like I'm sure you felt the same way, so I'm not even gonna describe it, but it's
Yeah.
just so meh. Like I talk to this dude like literally not every day, but you know, like once a week for like the past 9 months, and like to like the best story you can come up with is buy a coke brick from me and then turn me into the loonies and be like he's undercutting everybody and all this. The only person that I've actively gone after is Marietta. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And so it just